Moving on to other people everyone likes to watch, the royal family.
A New York Times bestselling author is out with another book covering the family like no one else can.
Well, get ready for a look behind palace walls. Master biographer Christopher Andersen has now written about 3 remarkable women in his new book, Game of Crowns: Elizabeth, Camilla, Kate, and the Throne. He joins us now. Christopher, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Oh, hi, Heather. Thanks for having me.
Well, you have an amazing resume, 17 best-selling books you've published in the New York Times, Life, Vanity Fair. So the real question is, what was it about these 3 ladies that made you want to write a book?
Well, you know, I've written 4 other New York Times bestsellers about the royal family. I have covered them for 40 years, first at Time magazine and then as a senior editor of People, where I handle all the royals coverage for a long time. We're at a real crossroads for the monarchy now. The Queen just turned 90. She has to figure out what to do about the succession, and the steps are being taken behind the scenes that will dramatically affect what happens in the near future. I mean, if she lives to be 101 like her mother, Charles will not become King Charles III until he's almost 80 years old. She does not want that to happen. She wants William and Kate to, if that happened, by the way, William and Kate wouldn't become king and queen until they were in their mid-60s, and this would all just be disastrous for the monarchy. So she wants to hasten the process so that William and Kate can ascend to the throne and bring the monarchy into actually as far as the 22nd century, if you consider Prince George and Princess Charlotte. So it's a pivotal time, and I write about the rivalries and relationships of the 3 most important people in this drama, I think, who are Camilla, the Queen, and Kate Middleton.
Definitely. Well, again, as you said, it's a pivotal time. And just diving into these 3 ladies' lives, it's really fascinating to read about. Now, I'm wondering, I know there's a lot of differences between the 3 women, but did you find any similarities?
Oh. They're all formidable. They're all remarkably bright. I think one underestimates how is cunning the right word? Savvy? I don't know. They're master politicians in a way. Kate Middleton is kind of a miracle here. I mean, she's been able to navigate the waters of the royals family, their circles, the press, the British press can be tough to deal with, and she's done it with great grace and style, and she's kind of a natural at it. And I think it's that kind of human touch that she shared with Diana that makes her really the most popular of all the royals. With William, he has the same kind of magic touch. Camilla is no slouch either. I mean, she's been absolutely amazing in the way that she's been able to ascend to this level where she will actually be the Queen of England. She wanted to be the royal mistress because her great-grandmother Alice Keppel was the mistress of Edward VII, that she aspired to that. She never dreamed that it would be possible for her to become queen. And a lot of people don't realize that she will be crowned queen, that Charles will be breaking his promise to the British people not to make her queen, which is what he did to kind of sell them on the marriage in 2005. And, that's going to cause some tension, I think.
Definitely. And I think that what's really fascinating that you dive into is their family lives, and not just what we see in the public eye, but maybe what we don't see. So do you think there's any surprises that readers will be a little bit shocked about in your book?
Well, a lot of surprises. I think people don't realize the role that Camilla plays in really shaping the monarchy today. I mean, I think she tried to break up William and Kate in 2007. I talk about that. I think that's a big revelation. There are also some side stories that people find fascinating. Charles's relationship with Barbra Streisand, by the way, which is, I think, one of the bombshells in the book. But the main thrust of the book is really where the monarchy is headed, how the strings are being pulled behind the scenes, and the fact really that no one has been part of the fabric of our lives more than the Queen, in that she's been there for 5 generations. She's been through 18 prime ministers, 12 American presidents, 7 popes. Everyone in the world knows the Queen, and when she goes, it'll be one of the biggest news events of the century, I think. And since she's making now steps to step aside and become the Dowager Queen, but I think as a figure, it's going to be hard for anyone to match up to her in the future.
Absolutely. Well, Christopher, I know I'm excited to dive more into all of these ladies' lives and to see, again, this pivotal moment that we're going through now. Tell us some of the best places we can get your book.
Anywhere, actually. I mean, Amazon, you know, it's available where all books are sold, and Amazon, and any other way you can get a book, it's there. I'm very, very proud of this one, especially proud of this one, because I think it gets to the heart and soul of a 1,000-year institution that really is, we're still fascinated with. I used to call this the world's longest running soap opera, the royal family, but I think it's really the royal family's the longest running reality show. You know, we can connect, and we see a bit of ourselves. You know, they're not like the rest of us exactly, but they are people, and we can sympathize with all of their, you know, their shortcomings and you know, their dreams and hopes and ambitions.
Absolutely. It's all so fascinating. Can't wait to read more. Christopher, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Heather. It was great fun.
Now stay with us. We'll be right back with more Morning Blend.